This is exactly why Psycho Pass is one of my favorite animes. Really, this episode just proves it. It's definitely one of the best series for this season by far, man. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Makishima, in comparison with Kamui, they are very similar as we've seen. You know, they're similar because they're opposites. The way they get things through is very similar. They go far beyond the boundary to get their ideals, to get their experiments. This episode just proves how crazy and twisted Kamui is into getting his ideals out. It really is, man. This episode was one of the goriest episodes I've seen. Really, and the whole episode was just, it was sad. It was a very sad episode because here these people, you know, they're stressed out, and it's just proving how bad the civil system is. The civil system is fucking everything up. And, you know, this episode just really made me feel sad. Maybe this will finally let people realize the civil system is wrong, because after this, man, this was just a crazy turn of events. But I'm pretty sure, you know, they did this in the past, that the chief will hide this and make sure this does not become public, because he did say he doesn't want any, you know, publishers, any guys from the media to, you know, witness this. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna hide this. What happened here, man, could really change the whole way that people live. But, you know, knowing them, they're gonna hide it. We see that Kamui, you know him, he is trying to figure some stuff out. He's experimenting right now. He's not even getting serious. The first case was just him to realize if he could use a Dominator. He succeeded. This whole freaking epidemic that he caused was just to see if other inspectors could shoot other inspectors with the Dominators, and he succeeded in doing so. So with this, we could figure out that Kamui is definitely trying to get some Dominators. He wants a Dominator. He wants to start maybe killing these inspectors off one by one, because from what I could see from here, you know, he's experimenting on Dominators that could kill inspectors. That's what he wants mostly. So I'm pretty sure he also is trying to do the same thing. So I don't know if he's trying to do it himself, or he's trying to get other people to do his dirty work for him, as we see in this episode. You know, he has lackeys. He's actually making other inspectors shoot other inspectors deliberately. So it's just really crazy to see how he's actually able to do this. It really is. Now, okay, of course there's a major death right here. Aoyanagi, she died. I honestly thought she was gonna survive, you know, at least a few more episodes, but she really did die. When she died, I actually saw it coming. I saw it coming halfway through the episode. As soon as they started lifting the garage door, I'm like, no, fuck, she has a higher coefficient, so she's gonna fucking die, most likely, and bah, she fucking died. I shed a tear, I'm not gonna lie, I'm lying. But, you know, it was very sad, and they have this new Dominator, it's an assault Dominator. It's like a sniper, but they can shoot through walls. Pretty crazy. So, Kotoko, I think that was his name, that guy is just beating people to death, man. He hits him with this baton. He starts stepping on this guy. I'm surprised they did not censor any of it. Seriously, he was just beating people to death. That's all he was doing. He was suffering from, I think it was eustress deficiency. Eustress deficiency. If you don't know what that is, from season 1 we find out that that is positive stress. Because in season 1 they went more in depth with this eustress deficiency, showing that some people actually was really motivated by doing their own things, and that just caused them trouble. Because in this society, you are already destined to have a job. You know, you can't pick the job. The whole system picks the job for you. So if you find out that there's something that you actually like more than that job, that could cause you stress, positive stress, and, you know, so that's pretty much what he's suffering through. That's what he says. People aren't living. People are just being programmed. Just people are just being told what they're supposed to do and not have any choice for themselves. So he was trying to prove a point, but, you know, his way of proving that point is just fucking horrible. Like I said, man, when he was stepping on the guy's head, I actually looked away. That was fucking nasty. It really was. And, you know, I'm still surprised that Anaga died. I really am, man. I liked her character. I really did. And she was very determined of stopping this guy, but that just proves how good Kamui is, man. He's making other inspectors shoot each other. That's insane. That really is, man. I'm not gonna say that he's a better villain than Makishima, but the way he's doing things to get his point out there is better. I'm not gonna lie. This episode was a fucking massacre. It really was, man. And then when everybody was finally freed, and these inspectors were just shooting them because their crime coefficient was up, they just started one by one blowing up. They were innocent civilians. They were just scared for their lives, and they fucking died. And we see Akane, you know, that's why I love Akane. She knows this is wrong. She knows this is wrong. She gets mad. She starts yelling, saying, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" Ah, God. If only there were more of you. Very sad episode, like I say, man. I keep on saying it's a sad episode because it really was. And I could go on hours of talking about this shit, but, you know, I gotta go. The whole crew finds out that Aoyanagi might have got shot. You know, they find the watch there. They also see the letters WC again imprinted on the fucking floor with blood. So, you know, that, what color? What color? It's still lingering around everybody's mind. What color? And he wants to find out what color the Sybil system is. He's challenging the Sybil system, just like Makishima was, but he has a whole different way of doing things. Like I said, better than Makishima. That's my opinion, though. The way he's doing things is pretty insane. And a lot of people, I was on this fan page, this blog, whatever you want to call it, that says, why did they introduce this guy so early? Well, for me, if you saw my last review, I said that this guy is just half of the whole villain. So, I think they introduced this guy early because he might die off pretty fast, and they're keeping the real villain hidden. And as I said before, I think the real villain is Kagome number 2. You know, I forgot his name. I forgot his fucking name. The one that's with Akane all the time. You know, the second Kagome. I believe he is the main villain. Or they could be working together, as I said last review. You could check that out for about that theory there. So a few things we find out with this episode also is that I guess Kumui could also, he could hack into drones. He could take control of these drones and use them for himself. As we saw that Gotoko had his little dog drone right there. So he could hack into them, so that's going to play a big part too. Another thing is that, you know, bitch, you know who his bitch is. Shimosuke, she's still acting like a bitch. Oh my god, I don't know how it's possible for me to hate a character as much as I hate her. Every single episode I hate her even more. And I keep telling myself, there's no way I could hate her even more. And it fucking happens. She's acting all high and mighty, saying, yo, you still think Kamui exists? You're just happy that just somebody else that mentioned his name. You're not taking enough precautions and all this stupid stuff. And then in the end I kind of get satisfied because they actually take her off the case. I was like, justice is served. Fuck out of here, let the professionals handle this. But I guess these guys are even worse because they ended up shooting everybody. I honestly think Shimosuke would have actually hesitated on that part. So, you know, she might still, I'll tolerate her, but what they did, what Division 3 did was fucking horrible. It really was, man. They had no second thoughts. They just started shooting everybody. I honestly think that Shimosuke would have actually hesitated and thought about it more. So maybe it's because she hangs out with Akane a lot. That might rub off onto her. That does not take away the fact that she's a bitch. And another thing is that I guess they figure out that maybe, just maybe, Kamui might be using other hollows. You know, as we've seen in the first case, that there was this hollow that distracted them and like led them away. So they're just wondering if there's another hollow right there, but they never finished, you know, that little search because, bitch, to the redhead, I forgot his name, but the redhead was looking for the hollow, and Shimosaki's like, hey, you only listen to me, alright? So yes, acting like a bitch again, so that ruined it pretty quickly. So there might have been another hollow there, you know, just to add more to the evidence. This episode was insane. It just leaves more questions than answers. Even though we got the biggest answer, you know, we know that they could shoot other inspectors with the Dominator, so that's going to play a big role. So he's investigating these Dominators. He's trying to break the Sybil system too, trying to lower everyone's hue, and he's succeeding in all these aspects. So it's crazy. He's like, you kind of want to cheer for this guy, but he's fucked up in the head. So you know what he does. I'm telling you, what he does is fucking worse than Makishima. And Makishima did some dirty ass shit, man. But at least his dirty shit happened like later on, not in episode 4. But yeah, man, what do you guys think? I'm sorry if I left anything out, but, you know, I gotta get out of here. So again, man, like I keep saying every review, what's his name? Oh yeah, Kumia and number 2, Kagome. They're working together. I know that. I know for a fact. They would not show Kumia so early if that was not the fact. There's somebody else hiding in the shadows, controlling everything. So yeah, man, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more anime stuff. As always, guys, take off, peace.